Namaste, everybody, and welcome to our weekend yoga session Sunday morning. I hope you're having a great morning so far, and we will make sure your morning is even better with this yoga session. So I hope you are feeling a little relaxed today. If not, let us begin with our usual relaxation process. So what we'll do is we will find a safe, clean spot first for our yoga practice where we feel more comfortable, and we'll just try and sit at ease. Whether you're sitting in a chair or on the floor, it doesn't matter. Whatever you're comfortable in, we'll first try to begin with a relaxation and a little bit focus on our breathing. So kindly be seated for the next half an hour. Let us try to be one with our session here, one with ourselves, and I will keep a check on the time. So we are going to have this session on a timely manner. Please keep your eyes closed. Try to keep your back straight, aligned with your neck and head. Please place your palms on your knees. Try to assess yourself all the way from the top of your head to the tip of your toes. Every part of our body should feel relaxed. So if you feel any part of the body has got some tightness, any stiffness, try to mentally push it to relax towards relaxation. Initially, it takes a little bit efforts, but then with gradual practice, it becomes effortless. So for now, we're just going to put a little more efforts to try to loosen ourselves, both physically and mentally. So physically, we are trying to relax more and more. Every part of our body is let loose. No efforts in holding any part of the body tight. Just don't worry about it. Leave all of your body weight on Mother Earth. Likewise, mentally also, please try not to think about anything else. Just try to be in class, try to remember the more effectively, the better we practice, the more capable we become, the more efficient we become at our other things. So if we take good care of ourselves, we will be in a position to take care of others better and also carry on our duties better. So please just focus on yourself for this half an hour. Relaxation is key. Trying to not let your mind wander anywhere else. Trying to bring your mind to your practice is important. The thoughts should be only focused on your yoga practice now. Just trying to see, trying to observe the effects of the practice, trying to observe yourself, trying to relax further. These are the only thoughts that you should be having. Now, let us move towards breathing. Please observe the rate of your breathing. Sometimes, depending on what's going on in our life, we may be a little more stressed, we may have a little anxiety, and due to which the breathing may be a little faster, which we don't usually pay attention to. It is going on without our knowledge. But now is the time to focus on our breathing. Reduce the rate of breathing, please. Slowly bring it to normal rate of breathing where you don't feel like breathing fast. You are at an easy pace. Then gradually progress to deep breathing, please. Breathe in a long, deep breath as long as comfortably possible by you. Need not have a count in mind, need not have any other parameters. Just keep observing yourself. That is important. Once you feel you reach the limit of inhalation, then follow it with exhalation. Slow, long exhalation or breathing out. Please continue this breathing in and breathing out in a deep, long manner. So we are benefiting ourselves by inhaling all the oxygen from the clean surrounding atmosphere. We are filling up our lungs with the good elements from the atmosphere as well as all the positivity. And then when we breathe out, we are breathing out the carbon dioxide along with all the negative elements from ourselves. So let it go to the atmosphere. Mother Nature will take care of it. We are leaving ourselves. We are surrendering to Mother Nature. We're just surrendering to the higher supreme power. Letting go of our worry, letting go of our anxiety, letting go of our tightness, our stress, our tension, being one with ourselves for this duration of time. Now, let us proceed to recitation of Om, which is just to be viewed as a universal, melodious, beautiful sound that tends to calm us down further. So let us view it as this helpful rhythm, and let's try to do our best to find the right pitch and tone which will help us generate those vibrations within us, which will help us bring more peace within and all around us. Let us try for that, please. 3 times together during the deep or long exhalation. So once you inhale deeply, during the long exhalation, let's try to synchronize Om along with that. Now let's continue our yoga practice with this state of our being. Very peaceful silence, just enjoying the silence, practicing effectively in this silence. We don't depend on any sound, any music, any other extra things. All we need is ourselves. So let us proceed with very simple movements, basic movements, as Guruji mentions and reminds to us. As long as we are continuing to these basic movements, we will be healthy for our day-to-day mobility, day-to-day activities. So especially as we grow older, we feel these are more and more important. So let us try these very simple movements. We will begin with bringing our palms at the heart, them together in Namaste. At the same time, this is symbolic to us being together at the heart, us having this feeling of gratitude within us for all the blessings that we have in life. Forget about everything else we may not have, we may think we need, but what we have is what we need. And we continue with this gratitude. And gratitude for our Guruji for these simple, effective practices that we follow in Utsahi Yoga. So having this feeling, let us proceed with the first movement, which is just pushing all the fingers against the respective finger of the opposite hand. Please gently push, gently pressure, apply pressure Should not be painful. Just feel as though you're getting exercise for all these 10 fingers, all the joints in those fingers, our palms, our wrist joints, and our arms here. Then slowly release, please. Very simple movements. Let's try again. Breathe in. Hold, please, just for a few moments. Let our body part, whichever we are focusing on, be benefited by this pressure here, by this movement. Breathe out and come back to the starting position. Now let's bend at one side, bend at the wrist. Apply slight pressure from the palm on the top onto the palm on the bottom here. Breathe in as you do this. Hold the position, please. Let us benefit from this slight pressure here at the wrist. Now slowly come back to the starting position as you breathe out. Let's try it on the other side. Breathe in. Breathe out. Just one last time on both sides. Kindly coordinate breathing with it. Wonderful. Relax, please. Now, let's stretch our palms. Stretch them. Stretch all the fingers in both the hands. Feel the stretching in your hands here. Now, slowly as we breathe in, we close the fingers. We make a fist of our palms. Please apply slight pressure. Observe the effects of this position, this movement. Then slowly stretch again as we breathe out, please. Breathe in, hold. Feel the effects, please. Breathe out as you relax or release. Now, we are going for rotation at the wrist. Slow rotation in one direction. Please start the breathing also as you start the rotation. And as you complete the rotation, you will complete your breathing cycle also. Just go slow with both your breathing and your movement. No rush. Kindly just focus on your wrist right now, both wrists. Only focusing on making sure it gets the rotation that it deserves, that it needs. Relax, please. Relax. Let's raise our hands parallel to each other and parallel to the floor. Continue to keep your back straight, please. Just keep doing the checks on your position, your posture, your breathing, your relaxation. We should continue in the same state that we attained in the beginning. Let's go for rotation at the elbows. Slow rotation in one direction, along with breathing, please. Couple of rotations in one direction, then a couple of rotations in the reverse direction. Only focusing on the elbows right now, making sure they get the rotation. Now let us move on to the shoulders. Again, I will remind you, if you would like to continue being seated in the same position, you can do that, or you can kneel down if you feel you get a better range of motion, or you can even stand up if you need a change in position. Okay, so however you would like to do. Now let's go for it. Either you can raise your hands up if you are able to do it comfortably. Please go slow, stretch, stretch, stretch to the extent possible, please. The whole of the upper body should feel the stretching. Then slowly come back, completing the rotation. I hope you are coordinating breathing as well. Try to coordinate breathing for all of these movements, please. If you're not able to raise your hands, you can just try doing this. Even if you're capable of raising your hands right now, but let's say you're traveling in an airplane at that time, you have the fear that you might hit the other person sitting behind you, sitting next to you. At that time, you can still give some basic movements, remembering these lessons. However, you can do it just while sitting, instead of raising your hands up. Now, let's go for the next movement, next rotation very slowly. Please breathe in for about half the rotation. Breathe out for the other half. Let's go for rotation in the reverse direction. Very slowly, please. Once again, trying to give a good stretching for the upper half of the body as you raise your hands up, if you're able to do that. Also, kindly stretch to the extent possible. Relax, please. Relax. Now, let's go for movements to our lower extremities or legs and feet, toes. Please bend. Firstly, keep your legs slightly apart from each other. Then we're just going for bending at the toes, holding the position for a few moments. Feel that effects, please, for all the 10 toes here. Slowly open up and bend backwards. Once again, bend forward, bend them. Hold the position, please. Then open up and bend backwards. Let's try the same flexion and extension, similar one for our feet now. You can even try these movements while you're sitting in your chair, even at your work desk or when you're traveling. You have a little bit of leisure. You can try these. We'll continue to give you tips by which you can follow these on a regular basis. Please bend them forward, stretch your feet. You will feel the stretching all over your legs. Please stretch them and hold them in that stretched position. Then slowly relax. Bring them back. Now you're bending your feet towards you so that the toes are pointing towards you. You'll once again feel stretching, but on the other side and compression on one side. Please observe, kindly observe. So one more time, stretching or bending forward and bending backwards. Wonderful, lovely. I hope you're feeling good with these simple movements, simple stretches and compressions here. Now let us go for rotation at our ankles. Very slowly. Rotation in one direction and a couple of times, and then rotation in the reverse direction, please. Focusing just on rotation at our ankles here, wherever our legs, our knees are also moving, which is absolutely fine. Just try to keep the rest of your body stable, please. Rest of your body is stable. Now we've taken care of the joints in our toes and we took care of our ankles. Let us give a little more exercise to our knees. Kindly bend your knees. You can take support of your hands. Hold them closer to the chest. Please continue to keep your back straight so you're not stooping and going towards the knee. Rather, you're pulling the knee towards the chest. Now, let's try the same on the other side. Slowly, please, gently, while respecting the limits of your body. Please, release. Now, let us go for rotation at our trunk here. While we are here, we'll also try. This can also be done in the chair. Just make sure you grab the chair tightly so you have balance. You don't lose balance. Now, if you're sitting on the floor, please twist as much as you can. Place the palms at a comfortable distance from the body. Not too close. You will not be able to bend further. Not too far. And then slowly bend forward. Kindly continue. Keep it. Not raise your hips. So go as close as possible. So you feel compression on the side. Is a great exercise for building strength. For strength as well. Come back, please. Very, very slowly. Let us try this on the other side now. Very slowly, carefully. Turn. Twist your trunk well first. Twist your trunk. You should keep that facing palm. Good, proper distance from the body. Spread your fingers to your balance. Good grip. Then slowly bend forward, please. Please keep your hips on the floor. Do not raise your head. Bend to the extent possible and hold the position, please. Please continue to breathe to whatever extent is possible. Don't worry about it, but if you hold your breath, you might not enjoy the practice as much. Once you're done with the practice, you might start getting a headache if you hold breath too often. So please do not hold your breath. Let us continue to follow the guidelines that we remind in Utsahi Yoga. So holding your breath is not good. So please do not hold your breath. Do not hold your body tight. Do not give jerks when you are making movements. Do very gently. Also, please don't get disappointed if you're not able to do well. And please remember not to overdo. Okay? Once we are done with these movements, let us now proceed to the next one. While we are here, we can go for Navasana or the boat pose. Just turning the palms such that the fingers are facing towards the body. If you feel rest is needed, kindly take rest. That is also an important reminder. In between the sets of practices, slowly lean backwards while you're bending at your elbows. Now, when you think you've got your bent enough, slowly raising the one leg or both legs to an angle of 30 to 45 degrees. So you're resting on your hips right now. Okay? And if possible, you can let go of your hand. If not, please don't worry about it. Just continue taking support. Please don't hold your breath. Keep breathing and release very slowly. That was Navasana on the boat pose. While we are here, we can also try another practice. Just continue being in the long sitting posture. Your fingers are facing away from the body. And if you're able to slowly leave your body weight on your arms, your hands, and push your body up. Utthita Dandasana, slowly raising your body up. It's an inverted stick pose. Let go or release your head and neck as well. So your whole body is in a straight line, inclined on the floor. Keep breathing, please. Keep breathing. Another excellent practice to breathe strength in your arms. Relax. Release, please. Release. Release. Come back to the starting position. Rest is a must, as Guruji always reminds us. So please make sure you're taking a little bit rest between practices. And then we will go for the next asana, which is Shavasana or the dead body pose. Kindly lie down on the back, on the floor. I'm going to adjust the camera a little bit. Please lie down on the back. Just make sure you're feeling relaxed. You're not feeling like, the back is above the floor and you're feeling pain. Then you may need a little bit support. Please take the essential support. If you're able to lie down on the back, please do that. Keep your legs apart and hands away from the body, palms facing the ceiling. Kindly relax the whole body. This is one of the best asanas to get in more relaxation. It will help with a lot of ailments. Just making sure you practice Shavasana effectively. Shavasana or the dead body pose. No, you need not hold your head upright. Just Release it to one side, please. So you're not even straining your neck. Neck does not have that extra work of holding the head up. So your neck is also released or relaxed here. Entire body, please assess all the way from the top of your head to the tip of your toes. Every part of the body should be let loose. Leave your body weight on Mother Earth. Don't worry about a thing. Take a few breaths, deep breaths in this practice. Now, let's move on to the next practice. Please bring your legs together. Hands by the side of the body, palms on the floor now. We are going to go for whole body stretch in Shavasana. This can also be done right after you wake up in the morning while you're still in bed. So you'll start the circulation going, you'll start feeling more ready for the day. Just raise your hands up, please. Raise your hands up. You can either interlock your fingers or just keep them separate, keep the hands separate. Raising them up, stretch them up, stretch them. The upper body, the stomach and upper body should be stretched towards the top. Hips and lower body should be stretched towards the bottom. So breathe in as you start the stretching and continue to breathe in, please, as you stretch. Once you feel you've reached your limit in stretching, just hold the position there, please. Hold it there. You need not hold your breath, just to breathe to the extent possible. Then slowly, along with breathing out, come back, please. Relax, relax. Relax your whole body. Come back to the starting position. You can even go for Shavasana if you need to. Now that was a whole body stretch. Let's try just one more time. So we know we are practicing effectively. Stretch up the upper body. Half of the body is stretching upwards. Along with breathing in, the lower half of the body is stretching downwards. Then slowly hold the position there and then slowly come back, please. Come back. Beautiful practice to keep our energy levels high. We will feel more relaxed actually once we let go of the stretching. We feel more relaxed here. Once we are done with the whole body stretch, let us go for two exercises here. One is just raising our legs up through various angles, either one leg or both legs. Hold them, raise them, hold them to an angle of about 30 degrees, 45 degrees from the floor. And slowly take them to 60 degrees from the floor. Then take them slowly to 90 degrees. If you need support of your hands, you can take support of your hands. Please do what is needed for you. Each of us have a unique need, unique limit. So we will respect our limits and needs of the body and we take good care of ourselves while helping our body further. And along with that, of course, our mind is also helped when we focus. Now slowly bring your legs back to an angle of about 60 degrees from the floor. Hold the position, please. Then to about 45 degrees, hold it. 30 degrees, hold please. Then slowly bring your legs back to the floor. Do not drop them. Guruji always reminds about this. Do not drop your legs to the floor. Please bring them back gently. That's essential. So you're welcome to try this again or with another leg. But please make sure you do not hold your breath during the practice. It's usually we tend to do that when any practice is more difficult for us. We tend to hold our breath. Let's not do that. Now let's go for the next exercise here, which is biting while lying down. This can also be done while you're sitting in a chair. Now, bending one or both legs at the knee. Slowly bringing the knees closer to the chest. Straighten the legs up, please. Take the legs away from the upper body. Slowly bring the legs back to the floor. Gently, carefully. As you're going slower and slower, you'll also realize you're building more and more strength. It requires more strength. So more we try, we'll also become stronger. Let's go for another rotation, please. Bend the legs, the knees. Bring the knees closer to the chest. Slowly raise your legs up. Stretch your knees also here now. And gently, carefully bring the legs back to the floor. Very slowly, please. As slow as possible for you. Do not rush. You may hurt yourself also when you rush, so kindly do not rush. Now, release. You're back to the floor. You can, if you need, you can take rest in Shavasana. If you don't think you need Shavasana at that moment, you can continue for the next movement, which is biking again in the reverse direction. So we are raising our legs up straight, very slowly, bending at our knees, bringing knees closer to the chest, slowly taking the legs while they are bent away from the upper body, keep placing our heels or our feet on the floor, and then slowly extending our legs. Let's try just one last time, please. If you are practicing just with one leg, then you can go for alternate leg rotation or biking. Let's go for the same. Raising our legs up straight to an angle of about 90 degrees from the floor. Then bend them at the knees. Bring your knees closer to the chest. Slowly release that pressure on the upper body by taking our legs away from the upper body. And then slowly straighten our legs while the feet go sliding along the floor. Wonderful. If you need Shavasana, you can take a little bit more rest in Shavasana. And when you feel rested, please turn to one side slowly and sit up. Very slowly and carefully. Let us go for simple movements for our neck now. We've already tried a few movements, leg turning. We have about 5 minutes for the session to end. So let us try a few movements here for the neck. Please go back to any comfortable sitting posture. Back straight. Palms on the knees. Eyes closed. Now slowly bending forward to the extent possible. Bending your neck and head forward. And then relax it there, please. Just release the neck and head there. You need not hold the head. So again, as I mentioned, one work less for your neck, right? So just releasing. Now, slowly raise your head up. Slowly start bending your neck backwards, taking the head back. Bend to the extent possible, then release it there again. Let go. Just leave it loose. Feel the stretching on the front of your neck, compression on the back side, please. Come back to the starting position. Now we'll go for sideways bending. Bend sideways. Hold it there. Feel the stretching on one side, compression on the other side. Let's go for bending on the other side. Wonderful. Back to the starting position, please. So we did forward bending, backward bending, sideways bending. We'll go for rotation that we did before. Just turning to one side. Go as far as you please and hold the position there. Rest of the body is still facing forward or in the relaxed state before, not moving. Only our neck and You're moving. Please come back very slowly to the starting position. Let's try it on the other side as well. Kindly remember to coordinate breathing in all of these movements. And also you can do more counts, more sets of any of these movements that are beneficial for you. Let's go for one last rotation of the neck. One last movement, which is bending your neck and head forward. Taking our head to one side, slowly taking it to the back. Please breathe in as you start the rotation. Gradually, as you take your neck to the other side, start breathing out. Very carefully complete the rotation by bringing the head back to the starting position and completing your breathing cycle as well. Let's rotate in the reverse direction, please. Kindly practice in silence, no instructions. Wonderful. If you go fast in this, you might end up feeling giddy. So kindly do it very, very slowly and carefully. Now we will be concluding our yoga session with just beginning of meditation. There is an optional meditation session for Dayton Temple attendees. So kindly continue to be there if you have the time. If not, you're welcome to join us again next time. We will be having our Utsahi yoga sessions continued for weekday and weekend in the new year now. Also, we do not have the Dayton Temple sessions for the next 2 weekends, being Christmas and New Year. So we will all see you next year for the yoga sessions. However, meanwhile, if you have any questions, please do reach out to us. I'll once again leave my contact information in the chat. If you do not get it, please go to utsahiyogafoundation.org, O-R-G, and there on the website, you have all the information about us, as much information as we could provide you for the time being. And you have your the contact information or contact form. Please fill it up and send it to us. We have just done the job of introducing a few practices to you. I hope you enjoyed our sessions, and I hope you can join us to learn more. We'll continue to give tips. We'll continue to tell you how you can modify the practices to suit your needs more and how you can incorporate yoga into your daily routine. So without spending a whole lot of time, you can try and incorporate these movements throughout the day. We'll continue to give you those recommendations and tips. Please stay in touch with us. Now, let us go for the meditation session. We will be skipping Kapalabhati, Pranayama, and other asanas in the interest of time. But we'll see you again next time in the new year for our sessions. Meanwhile, there are plenty of videos for you to follow on Utsahi Yoga Foundation the YouTube channel as well. So please make an effort to follow us there and like, subscribe, and share as well. Now let's sit down. Just relax, please. Relax, close your eyes. Focus on any deity that you may have faith in, or any element of nature of God that brings peace to you. It could be a beautiful sunrise or an ocean. Just feel it and visualize it with the eyes of your mind. You could just focus on your breathing or on yourself as well. Whichever you choose and prefer, just try to stay focused there, please. Kindly continue to be in this relaxed state of body and mind, enjoying the silence. Thank you very much for joining me today, for joining us. Thank you to Guruji for providing us these valuable lessons, and thanks to all of you for taking interest in joining us. So even few minutes of meditation at the end of our yoga session is very beneficial. So please try it. And meditation is the latest stage of Ashtanga Yoga. So this is all part of yoga practice that we have learned from our ancestors in India. So thank you once again. We will be in touch with you. Hope to see you next time. Stay happy, stay healthy. Thank you,